Hi everyone, this is Shah Ahead. Today we are diving into a topic that's become deeply intertwined with our lives, the effects of social media on mental health. Friends, social media is a double-edged sword. It connects us, entertains us, and keeps us informed. But it also has unintended consequences that can leave us feeling anxious, inadequate, and even isolated. So, let's explore how your favorite apps might be impacting you more than you realize. Picture this. You're scrolling through your feed, and you're bombarded with picture-perfect vacations, friends landing amazing jobs, and enjoying a delicious lunch that makes your own seem pretty sad in comparison. Sound familiar? This, my friends, is the comparison trap in full swing. We see these curated snapshots of people's lives, and it's easy to forget that social media often shows an idealized version of reality. What we don't see are the struggles, the behind-the-scenes chaos, the hard work, and the insecurities that everyone experiences. We are constantly comparing our own lives, our own accomplishments, even our own appearances to these carefully constructed ones. Remember, social media is a highlight reel, not a documentary. Don't let the constant comparison game chip away at your self-esteem. You are unique, you are worthy, and your journey is your own. Let's talk about the procrastination vortex. You sit down with the best intentions, determined to be productive, maybe finish that work project or finally tackle that to-do list. But then, that notification pops up, that tempting little red badge appears, and before you know it, you've fallen down the rabbit hole of endless scrolling, liking, and commenting. Hours vanish, deadlines loom, and that feeling of guilt starts to creep in. Here's the thing. Social media platforms are designed to be addictive. The endless feeds, the notifications, the dopamine hits from likes and comments. It's all carefully engineered to keep us hooked. And while a little distraction here and there might seem harmless, over time, this constant procrastination can have serious consequences. It can sabotage our goals and hinder our productivity. Have you ever noticed how social media seems to show you more of what you already agree with? It's like sitting in a room where everyone agrees with you. While this might feel comfortable at first, it can actually limit our exposure to diverse perspectives and contribute to increased polarization. Algorithms, designed to keep us engaged, prioritize content they think we'll like, which often means content that aligns with our existing views. As a result, we're less likely to encounter opposing viewpoints or engage in meaningful discussions with people who hold different beliefs. We live in an age of information overload, and social media is a major contributor to this. Think about it. Every day, we are bombarded with news articles, breaking news notifications, memes, funny videos, ads, opinions, and updates from friends and family. This constant barrage of information can be incredibly overwhelming for our brains to process. It's like our brains are stuck in overdrive, struggling to keep up with the relentless flow of information. As a result, our decision-making capabilities are adversely affected. Now let's talk about cyberbullying. Listeners, cyberbullying is when individuals are threatened and harassed online through messages, posts, or comments. This is a silent attack that can deeply hurt the victim's feelings. Remember, being kind online is important. Words can hurt. Similarly, social media can also refrain us from sleeping. Let me explain how. Our devices emit blue light, a type of light that suppresses the production of melatonin, the hormone that regulates our sleep-wake cycle. When we expose ourselves to blue light in the hours before bed, it sends signals to our brain that it's still daytime, making it harder to fall asleep and stay asleep. But it's not just the blue light that's keeping us up at night. Engaging with social media, especially right before bed, keeps our minds racing. We're processing information, reacting to comments, and scrolling through stimulating content, all of which make it difficult for our minds to wind down and prepare for sleep. Viewers, we're more connected than ever before, thanks to social media, yet many of us feel more alone than ever. This is the isolation paradox. While social media can facilitate connections and help us stay in touch with loved ones, excessive time online can actually lead to neglecting our real-life relationships. Over time, this lack of genuine human connection can take a toll on our mental well-being. We might find ourselves feeling lonely and isolated. So, where do we go from here? Social media is a powerful tool for connection, information, and even entertainment. But as we've explored, it's not without its downsides. The key takeaway here is balance. It's about being mindful of how social media makes you feel and taking steps to mitigate its potential negative impacts on your mental health. This might involve setting boundaries, like limiting your screen time, scheduling social media breaks, or designating certain times of day as device-free. It could also mean being more selective about the accounts you follow, prioritizing content that uplifts and inspires you, and muting or unfollowing those that trigger negative emotions. Remember, your mental well-being matters, and it's worth protecting. Thank you for joining me. That's all for today. If you find our contents useful, don't forget to like, share, and subscribe. Goodbye.